Yay is the best example of somebody that hasn't opened their crown chakra. Crown chakra is not actually a chakra, it's an opening. And when it's opened, all of the energy, sexual energy, prana, kundalini, everything down here at the red, ideally we want this to be able to run up the spine without any blocks, go out through the crown of our head, down and around us into the core of the earth and back up through the root, completely rejuvenating our energy, our creativity every single time with every single breath. This is where we get new and better ideas from, new and better creativity. And this creates like a torus field around us of constantly recharged, refreshed, renewed energy. And this is not open. It's just the same old energy going up and down. And everything feels very hard here because you're technically just relying on your own strength for all of it. There's no divine help. Fresh energy isn't coming in. The blocks of the chakras start to get worse. Crown chakra is blocked by the inability to surrender. To surrender is to surrender your plan and to trust that when things aren't going your way, it doesn't mean that things are like going to hell. Surrendering to God is surrendering to the one God that's behind all religions, leaving duality behind, leaving the concept of evil behind. And this is a really good analogy for this transition because what you're meant to do is leave the cliffs of duality, let go and fall into the unknown. But it is really hard for the mind to leave this idea of good, bad, right, wrong. And when we can't leave this, even though our energy and our body and our evolution is trying to go that way, we feel like this all the time, clinging on for dear life to something that we're ultimately meant to let go of. Chakras have an ability, the chakras reset every 7 years. So ideally, every 7 years, you have an invitation to surrender more and to put behind you this idea of good, bad, right, wrong, and trust that there's good for me and wrong for me. But just because somebody disagrees with me doesn't mean they're doing like the devil's work. A lot of people hit this junction during pandemic where it's like, look, it's time to surrender that. Just because things aren't going your way doesn't mean the devil's at work. Because it's so much easier for the mind to cling to what it knows versus surrender to what it can never know. So many people went on this like, oh, I know what this is. It's time to return to Jesus. These are end time. It gets people every time. I know, because it got me too. But now I know better. And now I teach you. When the energy doesn't recharge, we go straight back down to the base and deal with our next level of lower chakra problem. Old energy hits the root, and guess what happens? His marriage explodes. Old energy hits the second chakra. All of a sudden, we've got this porn thing that he can't stop talking about. Crazy anxiety in the Manipura. Laving for attention in the heart chakra. Insane jealousy in the throat chakra. Let's just hope he doesn't go to the psych ward for his third eye. Call for the free book on all the blocks in my bio.